Hello everybody, my name's Idiotic Synergy and today we're talking about the Eversor Assassin, which is quite an apt name because if you come to paths with him, then you will become Eversor, mainly because he slice you in half, that's why. I love this model. It is one of my favourite assassins in the entire game. It is so weird and yet so useful that I just can't help but like it when people bring this guy along. He's just wonderful. I do like his pose as well, and I've built one of these models. It isn't as annoying as it looks. It is quite a nice little model to have, and yeah, I love it. I really do love this model. It's wonderful, and honestly, one of the best assassins in the game. Is it better than the Vindicare Assassin? Jury's out on that one. I prefer the Vindicare Assassin, however, this one is probably my second favourite. Just because on how reliable he is, and I can't wait to show you his rules, because his rules are really cool. Also, I like how simple his design is, because his design isn't overly complicated. So that means if you are bad at painting, you don't have to worry about it because he'll still look pretty cool. And I do like his gun as well. His gun is really weird. If I remember correctly, it's like a special kind of bolt pistol. But it's not really a bolt pistol, it's like a poisoned pistol or something. I have forgot what gun it is. Maybe it explained down here. So it has got a the assassin, blade. No, no, that's a shame. Basically, the lore behind the assassin is that they give somebody all like a shit ton of drugs, and then just send them out into battle where they can probably outfight a Khorne berserker, and they will either explode, die, or if they somehow live, get knocked out and then transported again. They're like hell brutes in that respect of they are absolutely insane. And I love them. I really do. I recommend you use them in game, but I need to have a look at the rules. So, let's just get to it. I haven't got a fancy jump cut. I'm not ever going to have a fancy jump cut, but rules are important, I reckon, and it does show off why I love this model so much. So, these are the rules for the Eversor Assassin, and I really like them. It's been a while since I had a look, but they used to be 100 points. Now they're down to 90, which ain't bad at all. And yeah, I knew it was a special kind of pistol. I knew it. I thought it was like a bolt pistol, but I remembered it was a special kind of pistol. I'm quite happy that I remembered that. But anyway, I want to go through the stats first. So, movement 7, weapon skill 2, ballistic skill 2, strength 4, toughness 4, 6 wounds, which is quite a lot for him, but he needs it. 6 attacks, leadership 9, save of a 6, but don't worry, because he's got, what word is it? Oh yeah, 4 up invulnerable save. Used to be lightning reflexes used to be up here, but yeah, so that's quite useful. And now we get to go into his weapons and then abilities. So, Executioner Pistol is Pistol 4, Strength 4, AP -1, Damage 1. You re-roll wound rolls for attacks made with this weapon that target infantry units. So yeah, 4's re-rolling misses, and so you're hitting on 2s, wounding on 4's, re-rolling all misses on the old wound roll, which is quite nice. The Neural Gauntlet is also quite good. It's Strength +1, AP -1, Damage 1, and you re-roll wound rolls for attacks made with this weapon. Those are his like weird claws. And the Power Sword, I swear to God, the Power Sword used to be +1 strength, and the Neural Gauntlet was strength for the user, but I could be wrong. But the Power Sword is strength for the user, so strength 4, AP -3, damage 1, and that's really good against armored, like really good armored enemies. So yeah, go ham with the Power Sword. And Melter Bombs, because of course he needs Melter Bombs. Grenade 1. So what you do with this is you get really close to someone. Make sure you're not in charge, like you don't just charge in. Get in within 4, you throw this, and it's strength 8, AP -4, damage d6. And you re-roll wound rolls for vehicle units. So it's sort of like a kamikaze, apart from he doesn't die. It's really good, that vehicle. I've seen it kill vehicles before, and it's just amazing. And I've seen it kill a Land Raider, and that really surprised me. Granted, it was on 2 wounds left, but for all intents and purposes, the Eversor assassin killed it with a grenade. Anyhow, let's get into the abilities. So, Lightning Reflexes, we've already covered, has a 4-up invulnerable save, which is very nice. Bio Meltdown, when this model is destroyed, you roll a 6. On a 4-up, the enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds within 6 inches. So any enemy unit within 6 inches on a 4-up suffers D3 mortal wounds, which I quite like. That is quite fun and silly. Sentinel Array, each time an enemy unit falls back whilst within 1 inch of this model before moving any models, this model can shoot as if it were its shooting phase. These targets must target the unit that is falling back. Now, that might not sound amazing, however, and this is quite a big however, it is probably one of the most underrated skills that this guy has. Because you probably think, oh, it doesn't do a lot. Trust me, it does. If you fall back with, say, a character, then that pistol, the Executioner pistol, just becomes an instant kill. I've seen somebody with the Eversor Assassin killing a captain with 4 wounds remaining, and all of the wounds went through. That, I don't know what it is, but the Executioner pistol lives up to its name when somebody tries to fall back with with the Sentinel Array. It's just really good all of a sudden. Like, the gun usually in shooting is above average, but if someone falls back, it just becomes God. It's one of those weird it's Sod's Law. That's what it is. It's like, right, in normal shooting phase, it's crap, but through janky shooting phase, it just becomes really good, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. Frenzen, I really like Frenzen. Frenzen is a really nice ability, so when making a charge roll for this model, roll 3d6 instead of 2d6. Yeah, and what skill is it that lets you deploy within 9 inches away? Oh, it's Independent Operative. So, you deploy 9 inches away, and then you just have a 3d6 charge on a 9, and it's really quite useful. In addition, add 2 to this model's attacks characteristic if it's charged or made a heroic intervention this turn. So that 6 attacks then goes up to 8. 8 attacks with a power sword against basic infantry is quite powerful. 8 attacks with a neuro gauntlet against a character is also quite useful. It's brutal. Also, Killing Rampage. Each time a model in an enemy unit is destroyed as a result of an attack made by a melee weapon by this model, you can immediately make 1 additional attack with a melee weapon this model is equipped against the same unit. So yeah, this Killing Rampage thing, I swear it used to be a stratagem, but I could be wrong. It's a bit good. You can basically just chop hordes in half. So, say you're going against, 1 wound Tyranids, and there's like 20 of them, and you manage to kill 8 of them. Well, then that's 8 additional attacks. Because it's each time a model in an enemy unit is destroyed as a result of an attack. So you make 1, but if there's 8 attacks that killed 8 models, then you get 8 more attacks. It is wonderful. This guy could easily be a Khorne worshipper, but unfortunately his brain's all addled. Imagine a Khorne version of an Eversor. That would be brutal, wouldn't it? I really... Why isn't there Chaos Assassins? That would be really cool, wouldn't it? Having Chaos Assassins. That would be so cool. Just have the Eversor be Khorne blessed and just watch him run in and kill everything. Khorne would hype him up to no end. Anyway, there are other rules. These additional attacks cannot themselves generate further attacks, because that would be insane. In addition, this model can consolidate up to 6 inches instead of up to 3. Yeah, this model is wonderful, and I highly recommend you use it, because it's a really good melee unit. So yeah, use it if you want. Anyway, I've been Idiotic Synergy. I'll see you later. Remember, take care, stay safe, and look after each other. Bye for now.